Sometimes the biggest, most complicated ideas, they're actually best understood through a really simple story. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to dive into the incredible legacy of Mahatma Gandhi, but not like a history lesson. Nope. We're going to see it through the eyes of three siblings, just hanging out in their courtyard. Ready? Let's jump in. So picture this, a sunlit courtyard. We've got three kids, Anshika, she's the oldest, her sister Ayesha, and then there's little Arav. And it all kicks off when Arav asks for a story, but not just any story. He wants a real one. And that simple request, well, that's our window into understanding a truly remarkable person. All right, so Anshika, being the big sister, takes the lead. She's the one who's going to explain this massive historical figure to her little brother and sister. And it all gets started with a really, really good question. And there it is. Asha jumps in with a fantastic question, one I'm sure a lot of us have wondered about. It's more than just a name, right? It's about who he was, what he stood for. So to answer that, Anshika starts by setting the scene. She paints a picture of what the world was like when Gandhi first came along. So Anshika tells them, a long time ago, India wasn't free. People were scared. They felt like they had no voice. And right into the middle of all that steps this man who, well, he did things differently. He didn't have guns or swords. His weapons, if you want to call them that, were truth, courage, and peace. But hang on, that still doesn't explain that name, does it? What's the deal with Babu? It's actually super simple, but really deep. Bapu? It just means father. And this wasn't some official title he was given by a government or anything. Nope, it was a nickname, a loving name that came straight from the people. But the real question is, why? Why that name?
And this right here, this is the heart of it. People called him the father of the nation because that's how he acted. He cared for everyone like they were his own children, with his protective, guiding kind of love. So that name, Bapu, it wasn't just a name, it was a feeling. It came right from the hearts of the people he was fighting for.
Okay, so if he didn't use weapons and he wasn't a soldier, how in the world did he fight for an entire country's freedom? That's what we're digging into next. This was a whole different kind of fight. I mean, look at this. The usual way to fight, it's all about anger, it's about weapons. But Gandhi, he just flipped the whole script. He showed everyone that there was another way, maybe even a stronger way. You've probably heard of the Salt March, right? Instead of picking a fight with soldiers, he just walked. He and thousands of others walked to the sea to make their own salt, peacefully breaking a law that was totally unfair. See? He used truth against lies and peace against violence. And this quote, this is basically the core of everything he taught. He genuinely believed this stuff. It wasn't just some feel-good saying, it was his actual strategy. He convinced millions of people that their own inner strength, their dedication to being peaceful and truthful, was way more powerful than any gun or army. But, and this is a big but, as the kids in our story are about to find out, not everyone was on board with this idea. And just like that, the mood changes. Ayesha asks this quiet, really heavy question. You can feel the whole conversation shift. It's a tough thing to talk about, and Anshika knows she has to explain it carefully. So Anshika just says it, straight up but gently. She explains that even though Babu's entire life was about teaching peace, some people, they just didn't get it. Or maybe they didn't want to. It's a really tragic thing to think about, that someone's message of peace could be met with violence. But that is not the end of the story, not even close. And this part, this is so important. Anshika immediately shifts gears. She tells them, look, they could hurt his body, but they could never, ever kill his ideas. And that right there is the key. That's the powerful, hopeful message that's at the very heart of his legacy today. Okay, so if his ideas are still alive and well, what does that actually mean for us today? This is where Anshika's story stops being about the past and starts being about right now. It becomes a how-to guide. And just look at this. It's not complicated, is it? This isn't about some huge dramatic gesture. It's all about the little things we do every day. Telling the truth when a lie might be easier. Helping somebody out just because. Taking a breath instead of getting angry. And having the guts to stand up for what's right. That's how you keep the legacy going. So here's the big takeaway that Anshika gives them. She basically changes the definition of what it means to be strong. It's not about being the toughest or the loudest person in the room. Real strength, the kind that Gandhi talked about, it's about being kind, being honest, and being brave. And the amazing part? The kids totally get it. I just love this part. Little Arav, right? The one who wanted the story in the first place, he chimes in. He's learned that the best way to be strong isn't with his cricket bat, but with peace. I mean, come on. That one little line shows he really truly understood the lesson. So if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's this. A legacy like Gandhi's isn't something that's just stuck in a history book or a statue. It's alive, it's breathing, and it's carried on by you and by me every single day in all those small choices we make to just be a little better.
And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? This whole story about the kids, it's really like a mirror for all of us. It shows that anybody at any age can get these ideas and live by them. So the question isn't just about what happened back then. It's about right now. It's for you. What are you going to do to keep this message alive?